It's actually happening. Both Movie Insider and IMDb have confirmed that RoboCop Returns is in the works, and it's going to be a direct sequel to the 1987 classic. MGM is also pushing ahead with a RoboCop Returns TV series that will follow the original movie's story. So, let's break down everything we know about the future of the franchise and more. Let's dive in. For those who don't know, RoboCop is an American cyberpunk action franchise centered around Alex Murphy, a Detroit cop who's critically injured in the line of duty and turned into a cyborg by a powerful corporation, Omni Consumer Products, OCP. As RoboCop, Murphy fights crime in a decaying city while taking on the corrupt practices of OCP. The franchise kicked off in 1987 with the original RoboCop film, followed by RoboCop 2 in 1990 and RoboCop 3 in 1993. There have been multiple TV series, video games, and comic book tie-ins along the way. The franchise has earned over $100 million worldwide, and a reboot was released in 2014. Now, there's a new movie coming called RoboCop Returns, which will serve as a direct sequel to the 1987 film, ignoring all the other sequels and the 2014 remake. As of June 2019, the script, which is based on an original story by the writers of the 1987 movie, Neumeier and Michael Miner, was still in the works. Neill Blomkamp was initially set to direct, but left the project, and now Abe Forsythe is taking the helm. So RoboCop fans have a lot to look forward to, especially after hearing that both IMDb and Movie Insider have confirmed RoboCop Returns is officially happening. This movie will serve as a direct sequel to the 1987 classic, completely ignoring the other sequels and the 2014 remake. It's part of MGM's bigger plans for the franchise, which also include a RoboCop TV series. We're getting both a movie and a show, which could mean some exciting new stories coming our way. But before we get too deep into all that, let's break down the history and where we're headed. The RoboCop franchise began in 1987, following Alex Murphy, a cop-turned-cyborg who fights crime in a crime-ridden Detroit while battling the corrupt corporation Omni Consumer Products. After the original RoboCop, we got RoboCop 2 and 3, along with video games, TV shows, and comics. The 2014 remake was a reboot of the series, but in 2018, original RoboCop writer Ed Neumeier revealed he was working on a direct sequel to the 1987 film. He emphasized that this new film would return to the roots of the original movie and would ignore both the sequels and the 2014 reboot. Neumeier teased, "We're not supposed to say too much, but this would be kind of going back to the old RoboCop we all love and starting there." Fast forward to 2018, and the project gained momentum when it was reported that RoboCop Returns would be directed by Neill Blomkamp with a script by Justin Rhodes, based on an unused screenplay by Neumeier and Miner for RoboCop 2. Blomkamp was adamant that he wanted RoboCop Returns to feel as close as possible to the original RoboCop, with plans to bring back the iconic suit and all. However, things took a turn in 2019 when Blomkamp stepped down to focus on a horror project. That's when director Abe Forsythe took over, and the project kept moving forward. Then, in 2023, when Amazon acquired MGM, RoboCop became a priority for the company, and a RoboCop TV series was announced alongside the movie, possibly with the series hitting first. The future of RoboCop looks bright, and it seems like fans of the original film have a lot to be excited about, whether it's the return to the big screen with RoboCop Returns or the new series that's in the works. That said, we can rest assured that RoboCop Returns is in good hands. Looking at the behind-the-scenes crew and production team, we've got director Abe Forsythe leading the charge. If you're not familiar with his work, he previously directed Little Monsters and Miss Universe, both of which showed his ability to blend action, dark humor, and sharp storytelling elements that fit perfectly with the satirical, ultra-violent world of RoboCop. On top of that, Forsythe is also writing the film, bringing his unique vision to the script. With Forsythe at the helm and Amazon prioritizing the RoboCop franchise, it's safe to say this movie is shaping up to be something special. Whether you're a longtime fan of the 1987 classic or just excited to see where RoboCop goes next, there's plenty to look forward to. On top of that, RoboCop fans have even more to look forward to. Ed Neumeier revealed to Movie Hole that a RoboCop prequel TV series is in development, focusing on a young Dick Jones and the rise of Omni Consumer Products. This could be an interesting deep dive into the corporate corruption and power struggles that eventually led to the events of the original film. Then, on September 25th, 2024, Deadline reported that Amazon/MGM officially announced a RoboCop TV series with Peter serving as the writer, executive producer, and showrunner. If that name sounds familiar, who has worked on shows like Lodge 49 and Pushing Daisies, meaning we could be in for some sharp writing and unique storytelling. Adding even more excitement, horror mastermind James Wan is on board as an executive producer, which suggests the series might lean into some darker, more intense themes. With RoboCop Returns moving forward in a TV series in development, it looks like the RoboCop franchise is making a major comeback. Whether you're excited for the return of the classic cyberpunk action or curious about the corporate intrigue behind OCP, there's plenty to keep an eye on. With that in mind, it's no surprise that fans have mixed feelings about RoboCop's history, especially after the 2014 remake. One of the biggest issues with the reboot was the heavy-handed studio interference. Director Jose Padilla, known for Elite Squad, went into the project hoping to bring the same level of intensity and social commentary as the original, but MGM had other plans. According to City of God director Fernando Meirelles, Padilla described making RoboCop as the worst experience of his life, claiming that 90% of his ideas were shut down by studio executives. Via Fola Diaz Paulo, he reportedly told Meirelles, "This is hell, Fernando. The film will be good, but I've never suffered so much, and I don't want to do it again." That's why the upcoming RoboCop Returns is such an exciting prospect. With Abe Forsythe directing and Amazon and MGM prioritizing the franchise, it looks like RoboCop is finally getting the proper comeback it deserves. And that wraps up today's video. If you want to stay updated on all the latest movie news, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. By doing so, you'll stay in the loop with all our future updates. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one. Remember, we're always open to your suggestions for future videos, so feel free to leave them in the comments below.